Hi, and welcome to day 12 of my 31 days live challenge. A bit later today than usual. We have actually had some summer today. It's been a really nice day. So I've been off to York, having a look, having some shopping there, and visiting my favorite restaurant in York, Wagamama's, for a fabulous meal. I'm just about to settle down for the evening, and I thought, no, I've got to do my challenge today and come online. I thought I'd just have a quick chat about yesterday. I hope you made it and joined us on Ladies Go Live, because it was an absolutely amazing day. Ladies Go Live 17, it's now being hashtagged as, on the basis that there's going to be a Ladies Go Live 18. But what an amazing day. 35 women from around the world talking about their experiences in live streaming. And yeah, it's such a wide array of different ideas and different thoughts. It's going to take such a long time for me to really grasp everything that took place there and see where it's going to go. But what I really got from listening yesterday and from participating and running the I was hosting the philanthropy session. That's the non-profit area. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. But it was absolutely amazing, just the whole array of different ideas, creativity, music, people even singing online, different panels exploring business, exploring inspiration, the whole idea of mixing education and inspiration, creativity, and let's say philanthropy or non-profit charity work. And it's there where I think there's an absolutely massive opportunity. It's like this big momentum has been building up and building up. We've had live streaming is not new. It's been around for a while. We've had Periscope, we had Blab, which came and went. Facebook Live is now active, and a lot of younger people particularly getting active on live streaming. But yeah, still, I mean, I look around, very few speakers in my industry, very few professional speakers are using live streaming as a regular part of their business. And even yesterday, a lot of the women were still exploring it, still trying to get used to it, still trying to deal with it. And what came across was the different ways in which people are thinking of how they can use live streaming within their charity, within their cause, within their organization. Obviously, the most important thing is about reaching out. You can get messages out across the world very, very quickly, and video is more receptive. We know that the engagement with short video is between 100 and 200% higher than with written and with recorded video. So it's a much higher level of response when people are dealing with live video, even when they're coming back to watch it on a replay. The sense that this was recorded live, it hasn't been slickly put together and edited. It's warts and all. It's there. It's just the person, being themselves and communicating, and that's a really good part of it. Jackie Zuccoli, who runs an organization or set up a founder of an organization, Network Builders Arizona, uses it to engage with businesses, not just in Arizona, but across the world, and connecting businesses with businesses so that they can start to look at new ventures and working together. There are people using it for trainings and meetings. And that's certainly an area I'm now looking at and thinking, I've been delivering transgender awareness training for years, going out. It's very expensive. You market it. You hope you're going to get enough people to cover the cost. And sometimes it hasn't worked. And I've had quite a few times where I've had to cancel, and there's been all sorts of cancellation costs. Whereas delivering a training online, it's there, it's recorded. If nobody turns up, that's no problem. We'll still deliver it. And it's recorded. People can come and watch it later if they couldn't make it at that particular time. There's so much flexibility. And I'm seeing now incredible ways to get groups together, run a training, record it, and allow people to then come in and watch that training and catch it up later. But there were other things as well there. I've been on so many boards, and it's so difficult. And I've had to come off a couple of boards simply because I moved, and all of a sudden getting to the board meeting was an hour's drive there, an hour's drive back, 2 hours sitting in a board meeting. it's much easier to be able to get people, and you can get really good people. A lot of people don't go on board, particularly philanthropists, people in business, people who've got huge amounts of ability that they could bring to a non-profit organization, but simply the time. They don't have the time to be able to go to the meetings at distances and then follow things up. Whereas, doing it online, you can have a meeting, tends to be quicker, things tend to get much more efficient if you're running it online. You don't get into quite so much of the chatting about stuff off topic, tend to stay with and focus with it. So board meetings are a great way. Again, Jackie was talking about doing one-to-ones. She does that a lot. Aziza on the panel uses it to reach out right across Asia to particularly vulnerable women that she's supporting, trying to help people to grow. Pauletta runs a storytelling network that collates stories, and she was talking about the way in which, in the olden days, people used to gather around the fire and tell stories, and now we're going to have this virtual fire where people can gather on, using Zoom or another broadcast medium, and sit around and share their stories, share their ideas, and share messages, just as we were doing yesterday with Ladies Go Out. And all these ideas from around the world being shared, people exchanging ideas with each other, commenting. We've got feedback coming back online. It was an absolutely amazing day. One of the things that came up from looking at it was this fear thing. I talked about it, I think it's on day 2 of this challenge. And I was quite shocked at the level of fear that I've been having to deal with myself. Because I don't know why, talking to a camera, talking to yourself, there is a lot of fear. But here I am now, 12 days later, nearly 2 weeks into this challenge, and increasingly doing more and more live streaming, and it's getting easier. I'm getting to remember to look at the camera, so I'm looking at people rather than looking at the screen. That's been a challenge, and it's still a challenge when I've got people actually there I'm talking to. But I think one of the things that I need to look at is I've done a lot of public speaking training. I attended an online Toastmasters club a couple of days ago, and that was pretty much like any other Toastmasters club, except that it was all being run online, and there was a little bit of a focus at doing it in order to improve your online ability. But it struck me that, I need to be looking at how I can take my public speaking training and change that a little bit. Maybe we need to be looking not just at speaking, because what I found is the confidence that I've got from speaking to camera, from doing all this, is improving my confidence generally. And okay, I'm a confident speaker, but I need to be confident on camera. I need to be able to handle this and know that, I'm going to slip, I'm going to make the odd mistakes, but we're going to move past that. And so I'm looking now at resurrecting. I bought a domain name years and years ago, and I used to do a lot of work in the field of technology, financial services technology. Used to do speaking all around the world about, and it was really at the beginning of the internet. I wrote a book in 1998, The ABC of the World Wide Web, at which point most people were still not at all sure what the web was all about. Well, now most people know the internet quite well. We're all used to Googling, but we're at the start of this new wave building. Suddenly it's not about writing stuff on the internet. It's not just about making comments on social media. The internet is moving into, I don't know whether it's web version 3, 4, 5 or what it is, but we're moving into a new era of the internet. There are people predicting that 2-3 years down the line, almost 80% of all the traffic on the internet will be video, that people will be sending messages backwards and forwards. The fact that it's also on mobile phones, which means you can engage through video. If I deliver a training online, you can pick it up on your mobile phone wherever you are. My laptop and a couple of lights, and I've got a broadcasting studio that's mobile. I can plant myself anywhere I want, and I can deliver wherever I want to go. It is a huge opportunity, but people aren't fully getting engaged. It's still the early adopters that are in there. So now is the time to start thinking, how can I use this new phenomena, this new area of live streaming, of live broadcasting, of communicating in real time, one-to-one with people, one-to-many. How can I use this new technology to help my business, to help my charity, to help my cause, to grow my any part of your business or your passions? Because it's a fabulous way of doing it. So I'm resurrecting eSpeaker. And I'm now planning, I was thinking today while we we're having a meal, chatting to my partner, and we're looking at how we can actually put that together. So over the next couple of weeks, and I knew this whole live stream thing would take a new turn. It would open up ideas, which is exactly what it's doing. So eSpeaker is going to be resurrected. I'm looking at putting together a broadcasting from a group, and a whole variety of different things I'm planning in the ways in which I can encourage people to get more use. And I want to do something that actually helps people to join a small community and practice and get used to and improve their ability simply at live streaming, because that's what I found has helped. I've got involved with a couple of groups, and it's been that doing it which has actually helped. But it needs to be accelerated. We need a bigger mechanism for enabling people to just get in there and practice it and improve their speaking. So I'm going to teach people how to get over the fears of speaking, improve their speaking ability anyway, but also people who are already experienced speakers, how do you shift that skill and lift it into working online? So eSpeaker.com currently goes to a holding page, I think, at the moment. But eSpeaker.com will be coming back. There's going to be Facebook. And it's all about electronic speaking virtually. How do we become great speakers online? How do we engage the whole variety of different ways in which we can do that? And I've got lots of other people I know, like Wendy Keogh, who's helped with Virtual Speaking Pros, and she has huge amounts of experience in helping people market that. Ladies Go Live is a great area where people can share ideas. So there's going to be lots of opportunities. Loads of people are going to be involved in this. And we're going to see the sort of thing I'm suggesting doing is beginning to happen more and more. So there we are for now. That's my thoughts. That's my ideas for the day. If you get a chance, I think you've passed the point of being able to get to Ladies Go Live for free. But I'll be honest, it's $99 to get a VIP ticket. There's a whole day full of fabulous ideas, and I promise you, it will be money so well spent. Just have a look on on the links from yesterday. Click there. Go to ladiesgolive.com. Register. Get yourself in, and you will learn so much and be inspired to get out there and make speaking live part of your business. And join me and catch this wave. Talk to you tomorrow.